All right, folks, 2 minutes until we're live. Just
accelerates to the hoop, lays it in, turning seamless to the
taking it there.
Off the front iron.
Taking it there.
It's the biggest across the country. This is Pink Zone Penn State.
An emphatic block. Little give and go action. For three.
Run it up, run it up, run it up. Nothing can stop me.
Touch pass to Marisa, lays it in. Cash beats Happiness, who banks it in, counts in the pass.
When the schedule came out over the summer, everybody circled this day because of the gravitational pull it has within the community. Nobody throws a party like Penn State University. Welcome to the 2023 Pink Zone Game, the 17th annual on the campus of Penn State University, benefiting Pink Zone, the Play for K game. Pink Zone and the Lady Lion basketball program are a unified force against the fight against breast cancer. This is such a special day as I now bring in my partner, Joe Putnam. You know it's a special day when you have the pink carpet and Joe's rocking the pink tuxedo. I'm Justin Answell. We're here with you the next 45 minutes on the Pink Zone preview show here on Facebook. We got tons of guests coming up here, Joe. We've got live interviews, we've got video packages, and we're here for two important reasons. We're here to raise money and raise awareness for this deadly disease that is breast cancer. And most importantly, we're here to honor and say thank you to the courage and the bravery of all the survivors within the community. Give a round of applause right now if you are a survivor. We got a jam-packed crowd here at the South Gym at the Jordan Center. We're taking it right up until the Lady Lions tip off against 6th-ranked Iowa. This should be a really fun day.
It really should. We're taking up till 11 o'clock. Tip-off here at the Jordan Center at noon against the number 6 team in the country. But, of course, Pink Zone 2023 is here. Penn State, an innovator in the pink realm, of course, the first team in Division I to wear pink jerseys for a game. They did so 16 years ago yesterday against Wisconsin, and we are so proud to be celebrating the 17th edition, this Play for K game, benefiting Pink Zone, and thousands of survivors have joined us over the years, hundreds more with thousands more years of survivorship here with us today at the Bryce Jordan Center. They'll be honored at halftime, but they're also being honored here at the great reception here at the South Gym. We're so proud to be part of it, Justin. You're absolutely right. There's only one Pink Zone, and we are here. And hey, you got to go all out when it comes to Pink Zone, right?
Absolutely. And good news for Lady Lions fans. Maggie Lucas, who was a player here from 2010 to 2014, went undefeated as a student athlete during Pink Zone games. Well, guess what? She's now an assistant coach. She doesn't lose on Pink Zone, so this bodes very well for Penn State. You rewind the clock back to 2007. You think what was going on way back then. You were a freshman in college. I think I was a senior in high school. Peyton Manning had just won his first Super Bowl. Carrie Underwood won her first of 8 eventual Grammys. I think gas was $2.25. And you know what else was going on the first week of February in 2007? The Lady Lions donned the first pink uniforms, as Joe talked about. Let's roll the tape.
In early 2007, Lady Lion basketball began to think differently about the game and the impact it has on fans. The first ever game to raise awareness about breast cancer was held on February 4th, 2007, honoring about 30 survivors at halftime, raising more than $20,000. With the exponential growth of the Pink Zone game at Penn State, the Pennsylvania Pink Zone organization was established in 2011. Pennsylvania Pink Zone supports and fundraises year-round in the fight against breast cancer. That includes research and partnership with the K-Yao Cancer Fund and direct support to those battling breast cancer and survivors in central Pennsylvania. Thanks to the generous contributions of individuals and sponsors, the Pink Zone has distributed more than $2 million to support those efforts. Pink Zone at Penn State strives to build awareness of breast cancer, honor those who have lost their battle, support those who are battling daily, and celebrate survivors of this devastating disease. This year and every year, join Lady Lion Basketball and Pennsylvania Pink Zone at the Bryce Jordan Center for the annual Pink Zone game to celebrate life, love, and perseverance. We are
Penn State. Yes, yes. I'm Justin Answell. Welcome back to the Pink Zone Preview Show. We're taking you right up until the top of the hour. I am now joined by the always classy and elegant Trish Fulvio, the executive director of Pink Zone. She's the brains behind this beauty. Trish, your day is finally here. How do you feel right now?
It's amazing. It is a day for celebration, first of all. We celebrate everybody that's here today, and we want to honor those who weren't able to be here. So we're just so happy to be here.
Talk about the tangible ways that people can donate to Pink Zone and the K-Yao Fund right now. There's an auction going on online?
There is an auction right now. It's online. If you go to papinkzone.org, you can find the auction, buy something, or you can just donate. We have a direct support program where we help patients while they're in treatment. You could donate $100, which would help somebody with a gas card to get to treatment, or you could donate more and help them to pay their rent for a month. So whatever you can do, we're happy.
Yeah, there's some really cool goodies on that papinkzone.org auction. There's a Jack Ham Steelers jersey, a Micah Parsons autographed Penn State jersey. What else is going on right here where people can donate who are at the South Gym right now?
Well, the best way you can donate is to go to the website, click Donate Now. It's so easy, and make a donation.
Why is the partnership with Penn State so special? You've been doing this for a really long time.
Oh my goodness. What could be better than to be associated with Lady Lions basketball? It's just such a privilege for us to be included in this day. We can't say thank you enough.
How was Pink Eve last night? I know it was a big event with you and all the board members.
Fantastic. It was the best that it's been since the pandemic. We had over 50 people, raised about $10,000 last night.
And what do you expect the lavish halftime ceremony today to be like? A lot of survivors, maybe even north of 500, Trish.
Somebody said to me last night, to be on that court at halftime and get a hug from another survivor is priceless. So that's all I can say. It's priceless.
And lastly, when you look around the South Gym, I know you had this vision for a really long time. Is this everything you thought of it'd be here in 2023?
It is. We just hope it gets bigger and bigger and bigger.
Hey, thanks for all your hard work. You're the brains behind all this. Continued success, and go enjoy with all your friends and family today.
Thank you. Thank you.
That was Trish Fulvio. We now bring in my esteemed colleague, Joe Putnam. Joe, the Lady Lions, they'll be donning those pristine pink uniforms come tip shortly after the noon against Iowa. And when you look at the composition of this Lady Lions roster, I think it's so cool and unique because there's so many diverse backgrounds. I mean, you've got a player from Canada, a player from Switzerland, a player from Mozambique that speaks 4 languages, plus all across the United States.
And of course, right here in the Keystone State as well, strong representation. And in fact, strong representation on the leaderboards of the Big Ten Conference. McKenna Marisa, first team All-Big Ten performer last year, preseason All-Big Ten this year. She's top 5 in scoring once again. Leilani Kapanis, of course, has been, they used to call Veronica Burton, the burglar in the backcourt, Northwestern. But I think Leilani Kapanis has taken that mantle. 7 steals against Northwestern. She's averaging 3.6 per contest. That leads the Big Ten Conference. And, of course, you've got players like Shea Chesky, who's playing beyond her years as a freshman. And even inside, I mean, you and I saw just the other night, Allie Brigham making her 4th start of the season and making the first 8 points for Penn State. 4 straight shots. She was 9 of 10 from the field. That's the best performance she has ever had in a single game, shooting twice or more in a contest. So great performances by this Lady Lion team throughout the season. And that's not to mention there's even more we could talk about, Justin.
And there's not just that. It's not just success on the court, but what about off the court in the classroom? This team has a cumulative GPA of 3.41. That's really impressive with the rigorous courses they're taking. Allie Campbell and McKenna Marisa both perfect 4.0s. McKenna Marisa is a student teacher at elementary schools locally here in State College. So she teaches first graders on the side, and those first graders end up coming to the game. Some of them are probably here right now celebrating Pink Zone. It's just a likable group of young women. In fact, let's roll the tape.
Yvonne Tensai, sophomore, Roseville, Minnesota.
Allie Brigham, junior, Franklin, Massachusetts.
Aisha Dia, freshman, Montreal, Canada.
MK Brower, redshirt freshman, Zurich, Switzerland.
Shay Chesky, freshman, Buffalo, New York.
Leilani Kapanis, redshirt sophomore, Madison, Wisconsin.
Shania Pinto, senior, Maputo, Mozambique.
Anna Camden, senior, Downingtown, Pennsylvania.
Kayla Thomas, sophomore, Beltsville, Maryland.
McKenna Marisa, senior, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania.
Allie Campbell, redshirt sophomore, Altoona, Pennsylvania.
Sanaya Thompson, senior, Hamden, Connecticut.
Alexa Williamson, graduate student, Houston, Pennsylvania.
Jonasia Cash, graduate student, McKeesport, Pennsylvania.
Interesting nugget I'm going to tease right now. Jonasia Cash will be singing the national anthem today for everybody. So we talked about the success on the court, off the court as well in the classroom, and with the vocals as well. It's going to be very exciting.
Absolutely. You know, Johnny Cash, there's a new Johnny Cash in town, and you actually can find her on YouTube and elsewhere, but dynamic pipes and a dynamic player as well, one who definitely brings the juice game in and game out. And you know, we saw her 2 seasons ago here at the Jordan Center with some sterling efforts. She's approaching 1,000 career rebounds, 943 for her career, and she has 1,000 career points as well. So great that she is able to be a part of these Pink Zone activities firsthand, singing our national anthem today.
And you've got to love the synergy and camaraderie here on the campus of Penn State University, and there's a distinct home court advantage with the Lady Lions. They have 13 wins this year. 11 of them are at home, Joe.
Absolutely. This has been a different team when they're here at the Jordan Center in front of the home crowd. You harken back to even the 2022 portion of the schedule, when Syracuse came in. Penn State found themselves down 21 here at the Jordan Center, but this crowd was a big factor in getting the momentum back and getting Penn State its biggest comeback win in program history. So number 6 team in the country coming in. It's going to be big to have the crowd behind the Lady Lions, but not just that, it's a Pink Zone crowd, and you see out there right now in the Jordan Center, all those pink shakers. We're all going to be wearing pink, maybe not as much as I am, but we're all going to be wearing pink today, and we're thinking pink for the Lady Lions on the floor, and also to help our survivors and everybody that's been affected by breast cancer here. We've raised in the over a decade, near 2 decades now of this great event. We've raised over $3 million, and there's much more to come. In fact, 5 of the last 6 years, we've raised over $200,000 annually at this event, and we're looking forward to a lot more of that going on this year here in the South Gym, in the Jordan Center, Penn State, Iowa. Pink Zone 2023, there's nothing like it.
And I think what's so unique about this team, it seems like each game somebody new can step up. You alluded to that Syracuse game. It was Shay Chesky that fueled the charge in the second half with 16 points as a burgeoning freshman. McKenna Marisa has 2 different games this year where she has hit 7 threes in a contest. How about the second half that Sanaya Thompson had against Wisconsin, particularly 15 points in that come from behind win in that fourth quarter. She tallied 27. Her previous season high was 15. Kayla Thomas on the road against a top 10 team in Maryland had 7 points in the second half. And then last time out, it was Allie Brigham. Previous 7 games, she had 12 points. She had 19 points on 9 of 10 shooting last time out. In fact, we've got visual evidence to prove it.
Penn State is celebrating National Girls and Women's in Sports Day.
Thursday night hoops from the Jordan Center. Let's get right to it.
Leads it for Brigham. Great pass. 6 quick points for Allie Brigham, making a difference. Turnover. Here comes the Lady Lions. Inside Brigham, left hand up and good. Driving in. That one pure. Shay Chesky, beautiful. Goes right at Walls. Tough finish up and good. Right through the bigger Kaylee Walls. Kick out Marisa. She'll try a deep ball. That one good. Pass to Weaver, who's blocked away by Kapanis. Kick out Chesky. Chesky, 4 to shoot. She'll pull up. Shot good. Here's Chesky. She's going to try a 3. That one good! See a second chance. Marisa, she's open for 3. Spot. Chesky driving in, right hand up, and good basket, counted a foul. In transition, here's Bintu. Right up through the contact, lays it up and in. Capitas and one again. Brady now up to Mott, tipped away by Thomas, stolen by Kayla Thomas. Leave it for Brigham, beautiful pass, and Brigham lays it up and in. Brown gets it taken away by Capitas, and there's the foul by the Wildcats. Thompson looking to attack, and she'll go up over Sean, gets it. Thompson with a beautiful finish. Patel looks to go down to Brigham in the post. Brigham up, she's foul, basket counted, a foul. 74-64, Penn State defeats Northwestern. Huge home win for the Lady Lions. We got Pink Zone on Sunday.
Pink Zone 2023 here inside the South Gym at the Bryce Jordan Center. Joe Putnam along with you, and pleased to be joined now by Penn State women's hockey's own Kiara Zanin. 23 goals, 45 points this season. But more importantly, you just captured a conference championship, winning the College Hockey America title this past weekend in Syracuse. How does it feel to be a conference champ?
It feels absolutely unbelievable. It's been a long time coming. There's been a lot of work put in, and finally we did that, but we got a lot more work to do.
7-0, 4-1 resounding victories. You've had quite a few of those resounding victories on the road and over at the Pagula Ice Arena. What's so special about being part of this Penn State women's hockey team?
I mean, there's so much to it. There's obviously a lot of history, and then we've had a great few years over the past 3-4 years, and we're on our way to a long road ahead, but we've had a great road so far, and we're looking forward to the rest of it.
And now you're here with us today at Pink Zone 2023. You've been one of the student athletes that's been out there congratulating our survivors as they take the walk along the pink carpet. How does it feel to be a participant in an activity like this?
Unbelievable. It's so inspiring, the strength from all these individuals. It's something that we look up to, and we're looking to just do the same as them and kind of show that strength and support them on their road.
And of course, all the support here from your fellow student athletes as well. What is it like for you all to get together, not just for an event like this at Pink Zone, but to do it alongside many of your fellow teams here at Penn State?
It feels great. I mean, obviously we see each other competing, but it's not usual that we get to see each other in events like this, so it's really special.
What are you thinking about the Lady Lions game today?
It's going to be an exciting one.
Well, again, 23 goals, 45 points for you this year. One of the leaders in Division I. It's been a great career for you here at Penn State. We're glad you could be part of Pink Zone 2023. We're looking forward to seeing how you and the Nittany Lions progress in the CHA tournament coming up and hopefully the NCAAs.
Thank you very much.
Kiara Zanin with us here, Penn State women's hockey, as hey, check them out on the road in the postseason. Meanwhile, here at Pink Zone 2023, we have so many great survivors joining us. Let's hear from one right now, a board member for Pink Zone and a survivor in her own right. Let's hear from Tammy Miller.
I've been a survivor of breast cancer for a little over 21 years. And I say it that way because I think we're all a survivor of something, right? If we got through Monday, we survived. I believe that there's kind of like a 2-year period that it really takes us to wrap our heads around what's really going on. For me, when I was diagnosed, I'm like, oh my gosh, what the heck is going on? Because I had no experience, there was no family history. So I encourage people to just make sure that they're getting their exams and that they are getting checked. I oftentimes think about being at a breast cancer event long before I was diagnosed, and then the following year, suddenly I'm a survivor. So we never know what's going to happen the next day and what we're being prepared for. To continue to go out there and live no matter what is happening, each day is a gift, as we very, very well know. Help people out there, that's part of our mission. We should be helping each other, and being more kind to each other will go a very, very long way.
Thank you so much, Tammy. Let's give a round of applause for the 2023 Lady Lions who just made the Pink Zone walk. Yeah, it's a great high-character group of young women. We mentioned 11 of their 13 wins here at the Bryce Jordan Center. You can already see the juice oozing out of them, Joe.
You really can, and they're wearing the pink zone shirts here, getting ready for this exciting game inside the Jordan Center this afternoon. Tip-off time, of course, at noon. And this is a very cohesive group. We're talking about what great young ladies each and every one of them are, not only on the court, but off the court as well. And they're saying their hellos to the survivors here and giving them the accolades they so richly deserve here. Again, thousands of years of survivorship here, and I know that the Lady Lions are inspired each and every time they take the floor for this Pink Zone contest.
Yeah, Shania Pentu speaks 4 languages, so I'm sure she's giving some language lessons out to all the fans here. And this is affordable family fun at its finest. There are so many cool events going on within the South Gym. There's a photo booth, there's caricatures, there's snacks, there's mingling, the pink carpet. You can buy a pink t-shirt. Proceeds go to Pink Zone. A lot of fun things going on right now.
Absolutely. We've even got the pink lemonade here in the South Gym this morning. So definitely we're all thinking pink. We're all having fun here, and it's all for a great cause. Of course, Pink Zone and also Play for K.
Sure.
K Yao, the K Yao Cancer Fund, established in honor of the former North Carolina State head coach who tragically had fought cancer so hard and unfortunately passed away just a few years ago. But the Play for K games go on throughout the country, and the K Yao Cancer Fund, a great beneficiary of these events in fighting cancer and fighting breast cancer as well. But so many beneficiaries right here in Happy Valley as well. In fact, you go around local hospitals, and almost all of them in our area have received immediate benefits and dividends from these Pink Zone events, proceeds going to them and helping the fight against breast cancer, not only for the survivors that are here with us and that have gone through, but also for their friends, their family, and all those who help assist them on that fight, on that road. So the Play for K game benefiting Pink Zone. Of course, this is the 17th Pink Zone game, but there's more ways than just today's game to help out the K Yao Cancer Fund and Play for K throughout this month.
Yeah, pledgeit.org, and then search Penn State. Penn State, along with many other Division I schools, is participating in the free throw challenge this month. They already hit 13 free throws on Thursday against Northwestern, and I'm sure many more to come because there's a lot of good free throw shooters on Penn State.
There absolutely are. McKenna Marisa, of course, is a 79% free throw shooter on the season. Shea Chesky at 76. Tania Thompson, 77. So you're talking about getting to the free throw line, making those free throws. It's definitely something that the Lady Lions have been stellar at. They've been getting even better as the season has gone along. Pledgeit.org, search Penn State. Make your pledge for every free throw the Lady Lions make here in the month of February. And in fact, every free throw they make today will go towards that Play for K, the K Yao Cancer Fund, and Play for K with your pledges at pledgeit.org. It's a tremendous event here at the Bryce Jordan Center. We've got so many things going on here today. You see the pink shakers are out. We know that you're going to be wearing pink. Even the video board is pinked out here this afternoon. So is the fun zone there in the corner. And so many of our great survivors will be joining us at halftime, flooding the floor with their years of survivorship. Hundreds more joining the thousands that we have already welcomed here to the Bryce Jordan Center for Pink Zone. This will be the 17th annual Pink Zone event, the Play for K game benefiting Pink Zone. And now Justin Answell joins us with another Penn State student athlete.
Yeah, we are now joined by Haley Ergo of the women's lacrosse team. Their season's getting started a little bit later this month. Haley's a senior defender. Haley, it's Justin. Thanks so much for joining me.
Of course. I'm happy to be here.
What does this event mean to you and your student athletes to be surrounded by so many survivors and a big part of this community?
Oh, it means the world. I mean, we love coming out here and supporting everyone, and this is an awesome event. We love being here.
You're a senior. You've been through so much, a global pandemic to say the least. Are things starting to finally feel normal on campus for you right now?
Yes, finally by my senior year, things are starting to feel normal, so that's been awesome. We're about to start our season. We have our first game Saturday against Bucknell, so that's going to be a good one, and we're really excited.
What are the expectations for this women's lacrosse program? You guys are always so athletic and agile, and there's high expectations for this program. You got great facilities and great players.
This year, I think we're really excited. Morale is high, and I think it's going to be completely different than last season. We're really excited to get started, and I personally am excited for my senior year, and we'll see how it goes.
What's the best part about playing defense in women's lacrosse?
I love getting interceptions. That is the best part. And also just watching my teammates score, I love that. So.
And basketball's in your bloodlines. Your uncle, Keith Ergo, used to be an assistant here, now doing a great job with the Fordham Rams. How much do you love Lady Lion hoops?
They're awesome. I mean, I think they're doing great this season, and this game is for a great cause, and can't wait to watch them get that dub today. So.
Are you big into the TikToks and social media scene like an Anna Camden?
Not really. I do my own things behind the scenes, but not anything compared to her. She's awesome, though.
And last message about your women's lacrosse program. Where can fans attend games, or what's the schedule like? What are some games you're looking forward to this year?
We have a lot of games during the week, actually. We have our first 5 games at home, so those are easy to come to.
I hope you're staying warm.
Yes, well, we chose this sport knowing the season that it's in, so it's not bad.
Well, Haley, thanks so much for your time. Go enjoy this day with your teammates and enjoy the basketball game. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah, thank you so much.
That was Haley Ergo, senior defender on the women's lacrosse team. Their season starts in just a couple of days. You know, Joe was talking about survivors. We've got another survivor, too. Carol Bainey, she's on the executive board, a survivor. She's also the brains behind this wonderful day with all these lavish ceremonies. Let's hear from Carol right now.
I am a breast cancer survivor. I'm 5 years, and I celebrate that, and that's how I got tied into the Pink Zone. I wanted to help others. Our big drive is to support the local patients. Last year I volunteered here at the Pregame, which was an amazing experience. We all have our doctors who take care of us, but you also need your family and friends who can support you and give you the love and help with the healing in ways that you never expect. The Pregame, of course, is our biggest fundraiser. They can come out, support the Lady Lions, and support the Pink Zone at the same time. I think we do great work in the community, and it's nice to be able to go out and talk to the survivors. We like to use the money for direct support, and that's always nice to see when we can help somebody get through their rent crisis or their car payments or utility bills. Keep your chin up and ask for support if you need it, and trust your doctors.
Back inside the South Gym here at the Bryce Jordan Center. Joe Putnam along with you as Pink Zone 2023 continues, our Pink Zone pregame show. And I'm pleased to be joined right now by Christina Diaz, Assistant AD for Development and Enrichment. And that encompasses so many areas with these student athletes. Women's basketball, we've talked with student athletes from women's hockey, also women's lacrosse. But you work with each and every one of the teams, helping their student athlete experience, and that covers so many areas, right?
Yes, we try to focus on three buckets: personal development, professional development, and enrichment through community. We always have supplemental programming. Some things don't like to fit in a nice bucket, but really just focusing on the holistic development of all of our student athletes for our 31 varsity programs.
And of course, you work with so many of these teams, but in talking about their development, their enrichment through community, obviously an event like today's is a big part of that. What does it mean to see all these teams joining the Lady Lion basketball team here for Pink Zone?
I think the perfect example is our women's ice hockey team here, after winning a championship and clinching their regular season title, is here serving, being able to support our survivors, and continues to show that service matters here at Penn State. We preach it, but most importantly, our student athletes live it, and they continue to show up every single time. They're supporting here, they're supporting the survivors, supporting the group. That's what Penn State is.
And in terms of personal development, as you said, being a student athlete here at Penn State, not only are you out there competing, practicing, but there's so much more that goes into it, juggling time schedules. How much is it for you, how much do you enjoy really helping these student athletes along on their personal development?
Yeah, well, first I would say we also have a great team. I have an incredible director, Megan Gilbert, who serves with us every single day, and our focus really is, we've got our student component taken care of. We got the academic center, we got our academic advisors, they have tutor support, mentors, all of that. the athletic component. We have incredible coaches, support staff with that, our strength and conditioning, performance science, performance psychology, you name it, we've got it. Our job is to really develop everything outside of that. What are your values? What are you passionate about? What do you want to pursue after your sport career is done? Because at some point it will end, and we want to ensure they feel equipped and ready to go to accept whatever that life is going to throw at them.
And finally, of course, Pink Zone 2023 Lady Lions taking the floor today against number 6 Iowa. I know you have a personal connection to the team as well. I know you're going to be rooting them on, but what are you most looking forward to about this game?
I think this team continues to show up every single day. They're exciting to watch. Coach Keeger's fast-paced, exciting offense and defense. I mean, either way, I know they're going to show up. They're going to show out. Excited to watch and cheer on, as you know I will be.
And, of course, Ree Davis, your wife, on the Athletic Performance Podcast. She'll be on the sidelines helping the performance, the strength, the conditioning aspects as well.
That's right. We all fired up at the house and continue to watch it today. And they've got the best strength coach in the land, if I'm going to say it.
Christina, thanks so much.
Thanks, Joe.
Christina Diaz, Assistant AD for Development and Enrichment here at Penn State. And, of course, so many things going on here at Pink Zone 2023. And, Justin, I know you're looking...
Alumni Day.
There we go.
Joe, it's also Alumni Day.
Yes,
That's
indeed.
very exciting.
And we've got several great alumni that are joining us here. I think the first one is set to join you right now.
Let's bring up Marin Welseth. Nobody has worn more hats at Penn State than Marin Welseth. I should have worn heels or something, or a stool to be next to Marin. Marin, it's Justin. Thanks so much for coming out today. What does this day mean to you?
It's really exciting. I think you look at a schedule for any team, and there's obviously highlights of opponents, and then there's also events. And obviously, an alumni event is a big deal. But Penn State really did put the Pink Zone and Pink Games on the map, and in my opinion, many programs have tried to elevate it and do something like Penn State does, but not many teams have been able to meet that same expectation. So to me, this is like a no-brainer. You show up, for the team, but also for the survivors, the community, and what this means to the program.
As a player or coach, when you were part of these games, are the juices just extra flowing on a day like this?
Absolutely. I mean, if there's a reason that an athlete gets to wear pink, absolutely, and that's just part of it. But being able to know the stories, and all the coaches that I've been a part of, the programs here, have made it a big deal to introduce the players, the staff, to the bigger meaning, to the survivors, to different events that are happening this weekend. So it's a big deal, I think, all the way around.
And you've left such an indelible mark in the community. I don't think people realize how lucky they are to have somebody like you as a color commentator on BTN Plus games. You give so much credibility to the broadcast. You make the students better, whether it be the sideline reporter or the play-by-play announcer. How much fun are you having calling Big Ten games?
Well, that's very nice of you to say. Thank you. Yes, I have taken a different role this year. It's been awesome. It's been really fun to serve the women's basketball community, serve the state college community, serve this program in a different way. Because of McKenna Marisa, she's broken a ton of my teammates' records, which I also think is kind of fun to be able to highlight and talk about my teammates a little bit. But it's about the program, and if I can support the program, elevate the program, provide an opportunity for families that aren't, in state college to be able to watch their kids and hear their stories, that's what I'm about.
Are there any similarities from preparing from a broadcaster's perspective versus an assistant coach's perspective, which you've been before? Or is it completely apples and oranges?
No, I think there's a lot of similarities. I think I probably over-prepare as an analyst because I come from the coach's perspective of watching film, devising game plans, coming up with goals, talking to coaches. But at the end of the day, if they don't do what I say, it's okay. So it's a little bit different.
Well, at least you have the day off today, so you can enjoy it with your friends and former teammates.
I am here 100% as a fan for, obviously, the program, but for the survivors today as well.
We thank you so much for your efforts, and you can hear Marin on ESPN Plus platforms, BTN Plus. She's everywhere. You're a budding star in the business.
Thank you, Justin.
That was Marin Welseth. We're going to hand it over to Joe. We've got another alum. Lynn Roman's going to hit the stage, and Joe's going to take it away.
That's right. Thank you, Justin. And Lynn Roman joining us, class of '92, here for Alumni Weekend. Does it seem like it's that long ago?
Sometimes it does, but sometimes it doesn't as I continue to meet different alumni that came before me.
What is it like here? This is not only Pink Zone, this is Alumni Weekend.
Yes.
What is it like here year after year, especially this year when it seems like we can finally all come back together to be joining your fellow Lady Lion alums here this weekend?
It's great. Penn State has a big place in my heart, there's no doubt. But it's not only the place, but it's the people that we were and I was able to do it with. So to be able to come back, if only just once a year, I certainly cherish the opportunity.
For you, being part of this long blue line, this tradition of Penn State Lady Lion basketball, it might be a tough question, but what does it mean to you to be a Lady Lion?
Gosh, it means hard work. It means positive attitude. It means playing for the people, the girls in the locker room that I was with. It's really just the community, the tradition, being a Lady Lion.
And speaking of community and tradition, Pink Zone has become so much a part of that tradition here at Penn State. What does it mean to you to be part of this Pink Zone event here today and throughout the last 17 years?
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. We didn't have it when I was a player, so to see it come to what it has come into is certainly a testament to Penn State, but more a testament, as Lauren said, to our survivors, and just truly being able to celebrate what they have done. And if we as a Penn State Lady Lion community can add to that excitement and enjoyment of it, it's even better.
Now, of course, speaking of this year's team as well, we talked about personal connections. You've got a personal connection to this year's team and several of the recent teams as well. Your daughter, Courtney Roman, now a graduate manager here for the Lady Lions and making her way in the coaching field. How proud are you of her and her work here with the Lady Lions?
I'm so proud. I'm so happy that Coach Keeger and the Penn State's athletic department had given her this opportunity. I know that she cherishes every moment that she has to live, to learn, and to grow, as a manager as she did, and now as a professional, if you will. I'm very thankful.
Absolutely. And now, of course, personal connection to today's game as well. You're seeing the Lady Lions. What are you looking forward to out of the Lady Lions today?
I'm looking forward to the girls just getting on the court and just fighting and competing and just trying to get better each and every day. Coach Keeger certainly has developed and grown this program. We're just continuing to see that each and every time they get on the court.
Awesome. Lynn, thank you so much for joining us. Happy Alumni Weekend and happy Pink Zone to you.
Thank you very much.
Several alumni joining us here.
Thanks,
and
Lynn.
of course, not just Maren Walseth and Lynn Roman, but Justin, looks like we have another alum headed
Carla
our way.
Coleman, class of 95, going to hit the stage. You don't have to coach today, Coach Coleman, so that's good. Come a little bit closer. Happy Alumni Day. It's Justin.
Thank you so much. Glad to be here.
What does it mean to be back with some of your friends, former teammates, rubbing elbows with a lot of old timers?
The reminiscing is probably the coolest part of it. Come back and just see them and spend some time with them and just to share stories, current and past. So that's what it's all about coming back today.
You're the head coach at Bryn Mawr College, a hotbed for talent in the Philadelphia area. What does basketball mean to the Keystone State?
As you know, my coach, Rini, would always say, even Coach Franklin, dominate the state. That's what it's all about, and to continue the tradition that I learned as a player coming out of Western Pennsylvania and here at Penn State, to start to build that tradition, that pride within my program based upon the architect that was done while I played here at Penn State. And that's the vision that I have for my program as the new head coach at Bryn Mawr.
What are some principles that you like to instill that you learned as a student athlete that you're implementing in your program? Not just being a good basketball player, but it's about being a good person too, Carla.
I think the biggest thing that I talk about in terms of family and talk about working hard. And we talk a lot about having passion and pride, and that pride is probably the biggest thing I learned at Penn State. You know, the biggest thing that I take away from this program when I played with my teammates and my coaches, assistants and head coach, was remember who you are and what you represent. And we talk a lot about being proud of the name that's in front of the jersey, and I think that's the thing that I want for my players, to start to embrace that and enjoy it and help me build something the way that I built it here. But it starts from the grassroots, starts from the development, but it also starts with them enjoying their company. And that's pretty much what we've started doing as far as the time together and really understanding that that's the most important thing.
It's amazing the power of pink and the power of Penn State and the power of people. You think Penn State was the first team to wear pink uniforms back in 2007. Now 350 Division I teams are doing it. Is your team at Bryn Mawr College doing it? Or do you guys have any sort of fundraising for breast cancer awareness?
We just finished up our fundraising for MLK Day. It was a big, wonderful day.
It's Black History Month.
Yes. We had a big clothing drive. And now it's just kind of instilling that. I'm hoping that we get something moving, if not this year, next year. But this is very important to me. I did it at the high school level when I was at my high school working, and my AD actually brought us pink uniforms to wear.
Wonderful.
At Harrington High School. So it is in my bloodline based upon what I've learned here at Penn State to start to give back, to pay forward. And that's something that I do want to bring to my program. So, but it's slow. You know, you start one thing and you add on to it. But this is very important to me. My godmother passed away from breast cancer. So the pink zone is something that's just extremely important to me. And I want my players to understand that this is something that we all have to learn to do, that we all have to be intentional about this. So I think this is something I can bring to Bryn Mawr.
You know, I know your godmother's looking down, proud of the young woman she raised. Go enjoy the day with the rest of your former classmates. Once a Lady Lion, always a Lady Lion.
Thank you, Justin.
That was Carla Coleman. We're going to bring in Joe. Another round of applause for everybody here at the South Gym. Remember, basketball at noon across the hall at the Jordan Center. Thanks to everybody for coming out. We got basketball to talk about, Joe.
That's right.
It's not just about pink. It's not just about Alumni Day. This is a tremendous litmus test for the Lady Lions going up against an absolute juggernaut in Iowa, the 6th-ranked team. They're the #1 scoring offense in the country.
#1 scoring offense. They have 2 2,000-point career scorers, which is they're only one of 2 teams in the country that can boast that. And, of course, we know the names. Caitlin Clark, Monica Sonano, a better inside-out combination in the country you probably won't find. And they came together for a big win this past Thursday against Maryland, topping the then #8 team in the country. And Caitlin Clark, of course, her second 40-point effort against a ranked team this year. She's the only player in Division I, men's or women's, to accomplish that feat.
Okay.
She is.
You can't stop her. You can only hope to contain her. Hey, let's get the Nittany Lion out here. Here we go.
We want the Lion. We got the Lion.
Facebook Live with the Nittany Lion. He's got pink on as well. It's a special day for our furry friends like the Nittany Lion.
Got the headband, too, I might add.
Yeah, you have to love the synergy here at Penn State. The Nittany Lion was at the Rose Bowl. I mean, you're everywhere. You're racking up some frequent flyer miles. This is a really special day, right? I translate that into yes. Yeah. I know the survivors are real excited to see you. Go take some selfies. Go take some photos, all right? Good stuff. Good stuff from the Nittany Lion. But, yeah, before I was so politely interrupted by our Nittany Lion.
It's always a great interruption when the Nittany Lion is here.
Look, this Iowa team, they're a juggernaut. I think they have legit aspirations to get to the Final Four. And playing the best can bring out the best. You mentioned McKenna Marisa. She's a top 5 scorer in the Big Ten. And Shea Chesky has 2 career 20-point games. One of them came at Carver Hawkeye Arena against the Hawks.
That's right. And, of course, McKenna had a big game last year against Iowa here in the Jordan Center as well. Had a 30-point effort in that one. So looking for another big effort here. It's going to take a big effort. This is also a Lady Lion team that, by the way, 2nd in the Big Ten in steals per game, tops in turnovers forced per game. They're one of the top teams in the country. That pressure defense and an array of full-court presses, an array of zones, man-to-man. Penn State can employ a lot of different defenses against this Iowa squad. What's going to be important as well, we have Monica Sonano, who's one player inside. Well, Penn State has the depth inside. We talked about Allie Brigham's huge game against Northwestern, but you also have Alexa Williamson, Janasia Cash, who's going to be singing the national anthem today, and you've also got Kayla Thomas, who's really come on strong. So that depth inside might be able to counteract the force that is Monica Sonano.
Yeah, Sonano's hit 42 of her last 52 shots. She's really good at playing basketball, but so is this Lady Lion team. I'm expecting big things from McKenna Marisa. She's a great second-half player as well. Shea Chesky, you mentioned Leilani Kapanen. She has 32 more steals than anybody else in the Big Ten. And Carolyn Keeger, she's going to get her squad to rise up. When you see the whole lower bowl filled with pink uniforms, you can't help but not bring out the juice.
And that is going to be the biggest factor today,
Energy.
Justin. You hit it right on the head. It's the energy that's going to be brought by the people that are in this room here. You got to bring that energy to the game today. Am I right?
Yes.
So they're going to bring that energy. The Lady Lions are going to be fired up today. It's the Power of Pink, Pink Zone 2023, and you and I know are really looking forward to it. We're going to be on the air 11:45, just about 45 minutes from now, on flagship radio home 93.3 FM, Pop 93.3 here in Happy Valley, and also on the Penn State Sports Network and at GoPSUSports.com. The hundreds and thousands of years of survivorship are going to join us at halftime. It's going to be tremendous, and there's only one event like this, Justin. I say it time and again, but there is only one Pink Zone.
Yeah, play for Kay. I mean, Kay Yao's left an indelible mark across the women's basketball community. And I was catching up with Carolyn Keeger right after shoot-around. She was telling me that she used to meet Kay Yao when she was an assistant in Miami or a director of basketball operations, and Kay was in her final years at NC State before she ultimately succumbed to cancer. Just the relationship that she had with Kay Yao, she still remembers it and thinks about it every day. So I know a lot of people are going through a lot. Everybody's been touched by somebody who's been affected with breast cancer. And it's important to remember, Joe, nobody fights alone.
That's right. And that's why all throughout this South Gym, all throughout the arena, you're going to see not only our survivors, but the supporters, the friends, the family that have joined them. Each and every one of those folks is a survivor as well. And even those who have gone through the fight that aren't with us today, they're survivors too. They survived, they fought, and we are carrying on this fight for them as well. And all this fun and excitement going on is all for a great cause. It's the fight against breast cancer. We're banding together. Us, the Lady Lions, all of us here at the South Gym, all of us in the Jordan Center, all of us in Happy Valley, we're banding together to fight as one, and this is going to be an exciting event for a great cause. Cannot wait, Justin. It's coming up real soon. Pink Zone 2023 on the floor at the Jordan Center.
And you know what will be here before you know it? Football season. Want to remind everybody, football renewal deadline is this Wednesday, February 8th. We're looking forward to seeing over 107,000 family members back at Beaver Stadium to celebrate this football team after their impressive 11-2 year last year and a Rose Bowl victory. So we talk about synergy amongst sports in the community. It's never too early to think about the spring game and then football season next August.
Yeah, it's never too early to think about a retirement party either. We're going to have one this summer over at Medler. But hey, of course, it's all about coming together. We see all these teams, all the student athletes coming together here for Pink Zone 2023. Let's give it up right now. All of us in here, let's give it up for these student athletes who have been joining us here, giving the accolades to our survivors. We talk about a conference championship team in Penn State women's hockey, Penn State women's soccer, what a great run, and all the accomplishments of these Penn State teams. I see field hockey over there. What a great run they had. Great to see them honored at the Jordan Center a couple weeks ago. Coming together as one to fight breast cancer. That's what Pink Zone's all about, and hopefully we can all come together as one to cheer on our Lady Lions today.
Well, that about does it here for the Pink Zone pregame show. Remember, we've got tip between number 6 Iowa and your Penn State Lady Lions at noon across the hall at the Bryce Jordan Center. You can hear Joe and I on the Penn State Sports Network, the flagship station, at 11:45 a.m. I've got an exclusive one-on-one, a long chat with Carolyn Keeger talking about the meaning of this day, and we'll have tips shortly after the top of the hour at high noon. The best player in the country, Caitlin Clark's coming to the Jordan Center, and the Lady Lions are looking for a signature win. A lot of people to thank that made this day possible. Want to thank our producers, Danielle Ryan, Brian Tripp, and Ross Woomer. Excellent job operating all the cameras, behind the scenes work. Alex Rabb put together tremendous videos as well. Thanks to all our guests who joined us, the student athletes, Trish Fulvio, the alumni, student athletes. It really took a team to put this day together. A lot of planning went involved this whole week.
Yeah, this is the easy part. You and us talking, we know what to do, but all of this coming together, we can't help but thank every single one of the great folks that was a part of this event, and we look forward to Pink Zone 2024 as well. We'll get this one under our belts today before that.
Thanks everybody for tuning in here on Facebook Live. Have a tremendous rest of your Sunday, and once again, we are Penn State. Yes.